everybody. My name is Cassandra Wilkins, and I'm here with Paris Dillon. He's one of the producers of Season 7. Can you tell me a little bit about your producing role? What is your favorite part about that?
My favorite part of producing?
Yeah.
Man, what a loaded question.
I know it's probably a lot.
You know, you got the cards and decks stacked against you going into a season like this because Gregori J. Martin is ambitious as hell, if I can say HE double hockey sticks. And he knows what he wants to do, and he crams so much awesomeness into this season, so it's up to us to figure out how to do it. So it's exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time.
What makes it nerve-wracking for you?
It's like, cramming a cylinder into a square or the opposite, you know?
Apples to oranges?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that, but you know what? It comes out at the end, and you realize it was worth it.
Hello everyone, I am Marita Snyder and I am here with Cari Shayne playing Dr. Cates for the Season 7 premiere of The Bay. We are all very excited at this event tonight. I mean, it's a great series and we are so curious about what is to come in this season and what your character is going to go through, as well as the new relationships that are going to be formed, and maybe there's going to be an altering plot, who knows, but do you have anything to share on what is to come for The Bay?
Are we allowed to share anything? Have you gotten anything out of anybody? This is my third season, so I am the resident doctor, and or one of them, I should say, of at the Bay. So, who's to say? Who? We'll see who blows in next. This is quite a traumatic season. Lots of trauma going on, lots of mystery. So. I don't know how much I'm allowed to reveal, so keep mum's the word right now.
Are there any final thoughts on what you have towards the season and anything with the show, your character, and also working with Gregori? I know it's been an amazing experience. You guys have gotten some really, personal interactions, amazing character tropes that are coming along, amazing plot development. Any final thoughts on all of that?
Well, Gregori goes way back with me, and as well as Wendy Riche, who's executive producer on the show. Apparently, the story goes that Gregori used to watch me when he was in high school on General Hospital, when I was on GH, and he would run home every day and turn on the TV and watch me. So when he first reached out to me to do the show, I didn't know who he was, and so I ignored him. And it was the very beginning of The Bay, and I didn't respond. And then several years later, he came back and said, so by the way, I've won a few Emmys now, and would you reconsider? And I'm working with Wendy Riche, who you used to work with on General Hospital. So then I was like, oh, he's actually legitimate. So that was fun.
Can you tell me a little bit about your character and his personality?
Well, I have two characters I play. Pete, he leads with the heart. He doesn't examine his projections about his planning the way that Adam, on the other hand, my other character, does. He likes to examine his projections so thoroughly that he's finding himself in a sort of throne, and he's got a sort of perspective that's more smug and in control, and sure, it's fine. Might ultimately leave him more lonely, but he enjoys the process nonetheless. It's interesting, the difference. Pete is just full of heart, and I love that.
Do you feel like you share any similar characteristic traits to them, like yourself, than both of these characters?
I like that question. It's a good question. Thanks. I mean, I think there's a substantial value to connecting a bridge between yourself and your character that you're playing, because it gives the foundation and the core. where everything's a moving piece when you're doing a scene and everything, and you have to be authentic. You have to be ready to go with the flow and ready to roll with the punches, and you have to be authentic.
What are we going to expect for your upcoming pieces of work?
Okay, well, I literally just finished shooting last week an episode on the NBC series Quantum Leap, so I'll be doing that. I don't have an air date yet for that because they don't have one. And then also I did a series a couple years ago called Wild West Chronicles. It was my first Western, and I loved it, had an incredible time. It's about real life experiences in the Wild West. My character is a real person, a person that lived in history, Judge Isaac Parker. And I did that a couple of years ago, and they contacted me and asked me to come and do another episode. I just did that about a couple months ago, so that should be airing soon. Those are the two things as far as an actor that I've been doing, but I do a lot of other things as well. So.
A multiverse man, exactly.
Yeah, when you're an actor, you got to be multiverse. Yeah, you got to be dip your hands in a lot of different pots there. So, yeah.